Week 7 in the books. Let's take a look at how everybody did. This matchup had the potential to be up or down, because coming into this, if I'm remembering right, Druidic had 1 win on the year, and Firefalls had 1 loss. Or no, Firepower had 1 loss. How did I manage to get off to a rough start already? Anyways. Yeah. For the record, Power, you can switch teams as long as your opponent is like okay with it. But unfortunately, chose to just send it. And the problem is once you start the battle, then you can't make a change. So bear in mind, this whole thing is going on because there's just the wrong team for power. So keep that in context. Druidic forgot Magic Guard, how Magic Guard worked. Or Magic Bounce, not Magic Guard. That's 2 different things. I'm off to a rough start. Holy shit. Alright, Icy Rock is gone. A Hypnosis miss. How rare. And Stone Edge miss. Oof, duh. So now you just lose your T-Tar. And now... Nasty Plot again, which you know what is fair. And that didn't kill. That's... I would have thought that would have killed, but especially because lost the Eviolite, so alright, Espeon takes on the Psyshock pretty well. Trick again obtains the boots that Pex was running. The King comes out. Ronald McFlagel. What the fuck is that name? Regeneramon gets poisoned. Not a huge issue. Sets up TR on the Rhyperior switch. Mild look for it. But you would be even slower, huh? Terra Ground's Earthquake, though. Now you have to bail out here. Yep. Over to the Scrafty, who took a lot from that. Yeah, stick with Levitate here. Knock off the useless Eviolite. I mean, for being the completely wrong team, it's a close game. Now bail over to Azelf. Knock off the boots. It's running that fake Magic Guard. Red card. Red card over. Okay, Assault Vest is... Avalanche? That's actually really good coverage. Because you're always going to be slower as Rhyperior, more often than not. Nice long drawn out game to kick it off. Scrafty in on to eat the Shadow Ball. Nice. Scrafty can threaten it, right? Yeah. So you have to talk with Apex. Bulk up? Okay, wait. Wait. A second bulk up. A second bulk up has hit the tower. Toxic, though. Slightly unfortunate. So you knock off again. It has haze, though. So there goes your 2 bulk ups. And now you're toxic, so it's kind of rough. And also, knockoff doesn't boost Shed Skin. Could it have rest? There's a chance it has rest. If you're gonna save Slowking, you have to do it now. Whoops. Guess you didn't need Slowking that bad. Take down the Pex. In comes Excadrill, who was ballooning it up. I think Excadrill just wins here, because not really great priority. Mach. Does even Iron Hands get Mach Punch? No, it doesn't. Yeah, Druidic gets another win, stays alive for playoffs, most importantly. He's actually right in the thick of it. We've got, and Fowler falls to 5 and 2. So it's a very close, it's a very close Cerulege division, so every game's going to count here these last 2 weeks. Actually, I didn't have 2 at the same game open. I sure did. Alright, Dame versus Ivory Coast. Let's just hop right into it. Scizor Rain. Cool. What the fuck? We're off to a hot start with this one. Okay, sure. In comes Overqwil. Neutralizing Gas removes Swift Swim. I still think, yeah, you're faster. Life, ooh, missing the Will-O-Wisp, and that's gonna hurt. In comes Gastrodon on the expected water move, but gets crunched. That's rough. That is rough. Alright, how do you deal with this Overqwil? Mach Punch? What on earth is this Overqwil? Does Overqwil eat? Like, what the hell? T-Wave Paralysis, but then just Gunk Shots again. That's 4 for Overqwil. And at this point, the damage has been done. Don't tell me Overqwil's gonna get 5. It's got 5. Oh my god. And now it's just a blip. No, this one's over. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That was... Why are you setting up right there again? Does he agree? No bounce. You had to set up Scuda? It's a defenseless Blissey. Oh god. That one... That got out of hand very quickly. Mostly because... Did not expect Overqwil Crunch to just one-shot Gastrodon like that. As soon as Gastrodon was Gastrodon, kind of just along for the ride there. We did only have 4 battles from Cerulege. Neko and Billy did not play. They got marked as double forfeit. So... It is what it is. We move on to Winter versus Radlup. We have a Duck versus some Hoopla. Very lucky not to get Flame Body burnt. Because like you 1000% run Flame Body on Talonflame this week for Ogerpon. Rock Polish Meteor Beam does negative damage to Goodra, sadly. Then Overqwil immediately bow out to Thundurus. In comes Shandy to take on that Dragon Pulse. Shadow Ball doesn't kill. Goodra is so good. Alright, Aqua Step. The thing is, do you take a turn to Rapid Spin here? Thundy comes back. He's the Volt Absorb. So you're planning to Volt out, which, you know what, fair. In comes the Jam. Rock Slide! Just to hit and killed. And also is definitely running speed on Garchomp. Whether that's through Scarf or other means. Quaquaval's getting going, and now it's Moxie boosting. Mild on Fort. So got Bail Out over to the Ogre. Deep Player up. Fortress comes back in. Ivy Cudgel does negative damage. Knock doesn't quite get the kill on the Rocky Helmet. Gyro Ball does get the kill, so now it's Quaquaval and Donphan versus... Well, now 4 Pokemon, but you got the free Dragon Dance there. Alright, how do you live? You bail to Don. I guess you just don't have any coverage for Azu in particular. And now it's Quack against the world. It's a 1v4. Aqua Step for, once again, free Dragon Dance. How do you break through Azu? Bold of Rattle to say GG. Does he know something we don't? The fact that the Quack is boosting, and there goes Hoopa. And he was right. The Duck just Moxie Boost swept his way through the rest of it. Once again, Hoopla-Unfounded, never being the allegations. Piss poor Pokemon. You should not run it. Meteor Beam, Limit. Funny as hell. Even though it blanked into a Goodra. Did I forget to open... Yeah, I did. Give me just a second. The wrong replay got linked. Give me just a second. Let me pause the video, actually. It happens. Sometimes we put the wrong replay as the link. It is what it is. Anyways, carrying on. Foddy Firefalls. Got a Menacing Bug. Walking, Talking, Poison, Toxic Culture Incarnate. And this bum. A bold choice to bring Swampert into the team with Breloom, but you know what? It's here now. So you gotta bail out immediately. Bulldoze says a fair bit. Not a ton, because Petron has physical bulk out the wazoo. Neutralizing Gas actually eliminates the Poison Puppeteer, which is irrelevant because Weezing can't get poisoned because it's a poison type. Metagross comes in. Double Steel Psychic. Petron just decides to absorb the spikes. Cowplay does not get the kill. Weakness policy. Oh, fuck. And that barely doesn't kill. Running Bullet Punch, you're not. No Bullet Punches sucks. Intimidate comes out to shut down Salamence. Weezing. Dodge Stone Edge on the way in. Nice. Petron lives that, sure. And now gets to click Recover. Yeah, but now I have more Pekka on the Dark Aura Wheel. Doesn't kill, though. So Petron gets to recover again. Now is Morpeko, dude. Knockoff. Right, from safety goggles. I guess for the Spore. Which, you know what? Fair enough. Earthquake. Earthquake does fucking 30%. Good lord, this thing is so physically bulky. It's gonna sit there on the field. Malignant Chain, gonna just try to break through, I guess. Hazlet hurts, but... You know what? Weezing has to bail out first. Malignant Chain, no Toxic, but... It doesn't matter. Intim. Just the answer every time. I love it. You sack Gera. Moxie, no Intimidate, though. Petron barely lives. I guess to recover. Hurt something Confusion. That's rough. Bulldoze doesn't quite do enough. So, recover away. Back over to Weezing. He gets Malignant Chained to death. God, this Petron is just there forever. Malignant Chain. Still poisons from it. Devon. Devon's always a fun click. Malignant Chain just raw KO. And at this point, the game's starting to get run away with. Morpeko got one. Protect against the assumed first impression, but it's U-turn instead. So OVERQWIL doesn't quite get the kill, and now you die to U-turn yet because, good lord, low kicks is a fucking menace. And now Jolt comes in to eat the Intim. Another Bulldoze. Bulldoze on two Pokemon, didn't matter. Jolteon gets the kill, and Fire Falls wins that one. This is actually a really important matchup. I think they were both on 4 wins heading into this. Yeah, they were both on 4 wins coming into this game, so that puts Fire Falls on 5, tied with Flower Power. Both on 5 wins. And now we move on to the Armourouge side of things. We got all 6 games done here, so no worries about that. We have Clovey and Papa. Let's get things kicked off. Terrapagos and Vikavolt. All of you just set up a layer of hazards right away. More hazards. Rapid spin them away. So now all that works for nothing. Your Vigal's low HP. And Terrapagos has Earth Power, so now you're just down to Heatran. Wildly unfortunate. Terra Starstorm, PK Starstorm. Doesn't live it. That's a roll. That's awful. So now you Flamethrower the Mimikyu. It gets the Swords Dance off. What's it gonna do with it? Drain Punch, I guess, but it's not very effective first hit. Not gonna get a ton and Life Orb, so. Swap to Sylveon on the next Drain Punch. To eat that very easily. I don't know if you have a great switch in for Sylveon to... If you're Clovey. Calm Mind variant, that's concerning. Hyper Voice, yeah, you don't have anything that takes Hyper Voice, especially now that you've Terra Mimikyu into fighting. Tragically, this one could be rough. Yeah, especially since it can Wish Heal itself. It's gonna be rough. If you were running Toxic on Quag, there was like a chance you could at least force it out eventually, if it's taking enough turns. But oh dear. Pixelate hyper voice. What a concept. And yeah, that's gonna do it. Maybe Q can't break through. Not the player up miss. Hurt the fucking salt in the wounds. Oh my god. That's rough. Sometimes, sometimes you just need to not let your fairy resist die turn 3 to the super effective coverage. Granted, that's more of a maybe not knowing what Terapagos does, because nobody fucking knows what it does, but neither here nor there. Now we have Maki versus Crep. Maki, Crep over here, yeah. I had to remind myself, to be honest. These two are actually both really close heading into this. Both were sitting at 5-1 coming into this week. So, very important matchup. Not gonna let you get over the substitute, which, you know what, fair enough. So, he's switching Prim. Umbreon gets the poison off, thank goodness. That Moonblast hurts, though. So, well, you just heal in the face of it. That's bold. Some people would have been worried about the crit. Leaf Storm does even less. And now you roar it out. In case you didn't notice, Superior is not contrary. Accidentally forgot to swap the ability. That's gonna suck. So now, what do you do with Superior? Borderline sack it to a Slowking. Glare, accidentally paralyze yourself. But you have Lum married for your own paralysis that you caused. Which, you know what? Fair enough. Alright, so Umbreon's paralyzed. There's a chance you can break through. But we're not going to be able to break through with Slowking. That thing bulky as hell. Now I can get the Energy Ball. In comes the Dawn. Foul Play does not quite that much. Get up rocks. Very nice. In exchange for being poisoned, not quite as nice. The Crown comes in. That is a Levitate Weezing. The Crown immediately Volt switches out. Over to Glastrier, which I guess this is a good time as any to get going. Never mind. Bail out immediately. Over to Weezing. Back over to Umbreon. Volt switch out. Back into the horse. No, free Marina. Make up maybe a roll or something there. And now you're doing like in crit. Maybe a crit to break through. Not getting it. You get the para though, so that's gonna help a lot. But now you just bail out. He chooses not to bail out. Also, Surf's not quick. So you trade 1 for 1, free Marina for Umbreon. Who that trade favors? To be determined. You just sack Surf here because yeah, it's kind of useless with the wrong ability. The Dawn comes in to shut down Palmot. Double switch over to Iron Crown. In comes the King. Volt switch out. So much switching, and only one side has rocks. Icicle Crash does not kill, but does flinch. Regenerator, though, means the progress was actually negative. However, you do break through Weezing. Once again, the horse coming through. Your answer to this guy is to send in Dawn to die. Which is, you know what, Val. And then... Okay, so you have Scarf on your Iron Crown, which is absolutely valid. Mach Punch does not kill, which is rather unfortunate. Attack and Cutter resisted though, so we're actually kind of fine with it. Your life orb damage is gonna suck. Ice Punch multi-scale saved him. No Dragon Dance. I guess you're in range of Mach Punch at that point. In comes the Weavile, yeah, finish that job off. And now comes Glacier. Glacier 2v1 this. Terra fighting? Resist the dark, and then Body Press. Oh. And then I don't think Slowking has the means to live this. Certainly not. No. No. Turbo no. Once again, Ice Horse. Giving Crep so much going for her. Like, holy shit. Crep is right up there with the best of them. And for Maki, it's not that bad. Still 5 and 2, still very good spot. Moving on, we have Blue Jay versus Maddie Mech. Once again, Blue Jay's coming in relief for an 0-14 and has done nothing but win so far. Alright, the Bonnet gets its booster going. The Shock fails over to Dun, who eats that close combat very well for being proto attack. Zapdos comes in as rocks go up. Once again, Manual Rain from Zapdos is eternally funny. Now over to the B. Alright. Volcanion comes in. Webs go up though. You double switch to Kingdra. Sure. Terra Electric. And that Moonblast, you outspent and killed thanks to the webs. That is impressive, and all of a sudden this game's gonna snowball. Oh dear. That's Terra Blast, yep. You're running Boots on your Archaludon. Sure. Quiver Dance spam is going through the roof. Moonblast kills after 3 Quiver Dances, which, you know what, fair enough. And this game's just over. Especially with the webs, there's nothing that can outspeed. Except for Sucker Punch. But now it's a 5v2. The Crozma sets up Trick Room. Sends in Serena. On what was probably expected to be a Sucker Punch. Did you... I might just be forgetting what Queenly Medicine is, and only gets 1 hit of Triple Axle. That's rough. A U-turn. Oh, gotta remember the U-turn against Quad. That's why being Quad weak to Bug is a death sentence in modern Pokemon. Holy shit. Body Slam, no para. Alright, we already saw Overqwil do 1 sweep. Gonna get shut down here, because the reduced speed. Yep. I was gonna say there's a chance we have a 2nd sweep going, but no. Blue Jay gets another win. Once again, in relief. Trying to drag this team to relevance. They're doing a damn good job of it, too. Next up, we have Jace versus Snarfy. We have Gligar making an appearance. The Mola, we have another instance of Hoopla-Unfounded. We'll see if Hoopla can buck the trend. Alright. Gligar lives and sets up rocks, so Mola comes in. Mola for a grass type is red card. Cool. Gligar comes in. Dies Ice Beam. That's rough. Trailblaze Shaman. Terra Rock Swords Dance. Tidal Blizzard. Moonblast didn't kill 1%. No. That's awful. Also, I was confusing Tidal Blizzard with Pale Dance in the chat. Don't worry about it. But this game, getting out of hand really quickly. I think it's just over here. Yeah, because you just Terra Blast here. And then, quick, funny grass move. That's rough. I always forget, it's base 100 across the board, so Shaman can be a physical attacker. That roll, though. I mean, like, a lot of damage was done already, but that roll just kind of let the game get way out of hand. Also, more Hoopla. Once again, Hoopla just keeps losing. Never bring it. Again, you should never bring it. You should never draft it. It's just awful. Anyways, moving on from my rant against Hoopla, who I apparently hate because he's awful and I hate him. We have Deegs and Iger. Once again, Iger is running this whack team of just a bunch of mid-tiers and is doing really well with them, to be honest. Yeah, came into this match undefeated. Deegs, on the other hand, came into this match winless. Upset of the century alert right here. Air Balloon Jirachi. Get up rocks. Doom Desire. Let's see. Maybe get rid of the balloon. That's a choice. You're both Wish. This could be a while. Jirachi doesn't have a way to break through Vaporeon, and missing Meteor Mash is not going to help. If you get burned, it's kind of over. So you're playing with fire here. No attack boost yet, somehow. You are Serene... You have to be Serene Gray, so like you have a double chance of raise attack. It's not coming, though. Any day now, we're going to get either a burn or a boost. One of the two, something has to give. We're on turn 12 of this bullshit, and one bails. Boosting Spadef. Now it burns, of course. Alright, light screen. Gotta click Reflect. So you click Thunder Wave instead. And, oh boy, it's cursing. It's cursing up. Oh boy. Looks a little scary if it gets a curse up. Get T-Tar in on a Paraturn. Nice. With between the light screen and rock type Spadef in the stands, you have tons of special defense. No physical defense though, and you die to a Drain Punch. And now Muck has no damage done to it. Poison Jab does more than half, and then Poison Touch technically is the one that gets the poison instead of the jab itself. It didn't matter, it was like a 50% chance. Stomping Tantrum doesn't do enough. The Fully Para. That was very close. But you just don't know how rounding is going to work with passive damage sometimes. You do get the flinch. So thankfully... Oh, no. Oh, no. That just missed the roll. Another para, so... You do break through eventually, but Muck has done too much damage. And in comes Hydra Apple. Terra Electric to avoid the Ice Spinner. Rocky Helmet, and then Giga Drain to Schlorp. Back over to Jirachi, which is kind of your only option here. Wish up, but Earth Power exists. Gotta watch out for that. Thought you could live that? You sadly can't. Scream Tail comes in. Psychic Noise does not a ton. Heal Block kind of irrelevant. It blocks Giga Drain, so actually mildly relevant. But now Cyclizar comes in. Let's take Doom Desire. Probably get U-turn out. Or Rapid Spin the Rocks away, also valid. Now you U-turn out. Yep. Get Mamo in. And this one's gonna be over. Yep, Mamo cleans up from there. Sadly, the expected outcome happened. It would have been really funny if it went the other way, but Iger is really good at Pokemon. And has been showing that repeatedly all season. The only undefeated team left. You're going to see the standings page in a bit, but the differential gap is huge too. And then we have the final match of the week. Panders and Heffrey. Ditto showed up. Nice. Anyways, let's get this party started. Rhyperior off rip into Gliscor. Wait a second. Nasty Plot. Does Rhyperior get Nasty Plot? Does Rhyperior get Icy... that's a Zoroark, isn't it? And sadly, because of Zoroark that is still transformed, Ditto can't transform into the Illusion Zoroark. So... and now it's just game over. Anticlimactic ending, to say the least. But, Zoroark gets a free 6. Kills, and we just kind of move on with our lives. And Hyper Beam at the end, because why not? That was just a mechanics check that a lot of people failed. I didn't even know that was how that would work. Because, like, in theory, if Ditto could still transform into the Zoroark there, it's not, like, game over. Because you just have a Choice Scarf on you. And the boost. So... it'd be like that. That's just one of those lessons that I wouldn't have expected to have to learn. Let me swap over to the other scene. We can show you the standings. In Ceruledge, nobody has clinched. Because the gap is less than 24 differential between Fire Falls and Ivory Coast with 2 games of a gap, with two weeks left. If Ivory Coast wins both games 6-0 and Fire Falls loses both games 6-0 and a bunch of other shit happens, Fire Falls could drop out. Now, as long as Fire Falls KOs like 2 Pokemon over the last couple of weeks, they're in. But Sora's thing with Firepower needs like 3 or so KOs. In other news, how the fuck did I get here? You'll remember I was 1-3 like 3 weeks ago. I've just been winning. I don't know what to tell you. I beat Eon, as you remember. I'll pass him in differential. Billy hasn't played Neko because... so that was marked as a double forfeit. Foddy... so Billy could just jump up ahead of us if that game ever gets made up. Foddy at 4-3 as well. Radlip and Winter holding the last 2 playoff spots. No one's out of it. Once again, even Neko. Because remember, makeup game potential against Billy. Neko could obviously win that game. And all of a sudden, Neko's right in it. Dame and Druidic also very much so. They have a better differential than Ivory. And a little bit of work to do to catch up to Winter, but not a lot. Nobody's safe. Like, 1 and 2, pretty close to safe. Like, almost guaranteed, but, like, just barely, not quite. Third on back. 1 game above the cut line with 2 weeks to go. So, there is a lot to be played for. Very important matchup. Myself and Firepower play this coming week. It's a very important matchup for seeding, and also both of us can clinch with the result there. Right, neither of us are really thinking about it. We're more thinking about maybe trying to launch an attack on Firefalls for that number 1 spot. There's a chance either of us could do it. Moving over to Armor Rouge, Eiger still undefeated, 31 differential. I find the gap between the divisions really funny because Firefalls and Maki have the same record and same differential. One is leading, the other is 4th. And it just be like that. Some divisions are stupid top heavy. Got Jason Krepp hot on Eiger's heels. Although the differential gap means that even with Jason Eiger playing in the final week, it might not matter. Eiger could just be number 1 at the end of it all. Papa up to 4 and 3. The last person above 500 in Armor Rouge. So let's see, with 2 weeks to go and 2 wins being out of playoffs, that means the top 4 have made playoffs officially. Eiger, Jace, Krepp, and Maki have clinched. Papa, the gap is exactly 24. They would be tied if a +6, -6. Have Papa did beat Snarfy, so Papa would have the head-to-head tie break, so Papa's in. Congrats. So we've got 3 playoff spots remaining for 5, potentially 6. Deegs is sadly eliminated. 'Tis a tragedy. But the fact that it took us 7 weeks to finally get someone to not make it, just to keep people having a chance. Yeah, Heffrey, outside shot. Kloby and Snarfy do have a chance. Let's see. Kloby plays Panders and Krepp. Definitely has to beat Panders. Has to be Panders. And then the Krepp matchup final week. Might have to win as well. Probably gonna have to win. At least if you want to like guarantee a spot. Snarfy plays Matty Mech and Blue Jay. Oh, so Snarfy has just 2 of the most important matchups possible. That's cool. Yeah, sorry, next week I'm not going to be sorting based off of just the schedule. I'm going to start sorting based off of playoff implications and moving like the more important matchups later in the videos to increase watch time. Not that it matters, I have 50 subs, but yeah. Next week, the penultimate week. My game going to be a bit delayed. We're playing on Monday, I do believe. But next time, I will be fighting Fowler in a very important matchup for Cerulean Edge. And then more replays, because I'm just farming all of you for content. See you guys then.